Hi guys, it's a beautiful day today and it is summer camp, so I figure we'll do our craft outside today. At least I will, you don't have to, but you can enjoy the nice scenery if you are inside your house. So for today we're going along with our story when Jesus calls the 12 disciples, and so we're going to be making this. It's hard to get it all in one picture, but all the fish have the names of the disciples on it and a little fishing rod that comes from Matthew 4:19, where Jesus said, "Follow me and I will make you fishers of men." So we're going to do that together today. It's a great way to actually learn all the names of the disciples, as well as to remember the story of when Jesus called them all to follow him. Here's everything that we're going to need today. So we're starting with, I have a dark marker, scissors, I have paint, but you could also use pencil crayon or regular crayons or markers. I have a little string here, which you could use a piece of string or dental floss if you have it. And then also glue, 2 pieces of white paper, and then here I have 3 different color sheets of construction paper and 1 of brown. You could easily do this with just white paper and color it in, so it just depends on what you have and what you prefer to do. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to do, we're going to set all of this stuff aside, like that, and we are going to take our 2 pieces of paper. As you can see, they're standing up. We're going to take our glue, and we're going to glue along the side, not too much, just a little bit. If you can see, it's just about a finger's width of glue that we're putting there. And what we're going to do is take this piece, and we're actually just going to line it up and glue it right over top so that it makes a really nice big piece of paper for us, okay? Just like that. So next what we're going to do is we're going to take our nice dark marker, and at the top we are going to write, Jesus said. So if you remember, he said, "Follow me and I will make you fishers of men." So I'll write that up here. Just like that. And then that comes from Matthew 4 verse 19. So we'll add that in here as well. So Matthew 4 verse 19. All right, so we have that, and the next what we're going to do, this is the part where you have the option of using either paint, or if you want to do pencil crayon, you can do that as well, or marker or crayon, totally up to you. But I'm going to use paint today because it's fun. It's a little messy, so if you're inside, then you might want to use like some newspaper underneath or something like that. Alright, so we're just going to draw some waves, because if you remember, we want it to be like an ocean or a lake. So let's add lots of paint on here. I'm just going to do little waves back and forth, and then I'll do one more line of this. And then as we get down to the bottom, there we go, I'm actually going to take my darker blue like that and start doing some darker blue as we go down. You could just do all one color blue if you want, or you can do multicolors if that's what you like to do. Whatever you want this to look like. That's the nice thing about art, is you get to make it look the way that you want it to. So I'm going to finish this here, just like that. And then once I'm done that, I'm going to let it dry, because otherwise if we do that with the next step, then everything's going to be all wet and sticky, and we don't want that. So I'm going to take this over to the side and just let it dry like that, and I'm going to put my paints away because we're all done with those. There we go. Okay, so the next part that we're going to do is get our fish ready. So if you notice, the fish have all the names of the disciples on there. So what we're going to do, if you have your piece of paper, this is the easiest way to make a lot of fish all at once without having to cut out so many. But if you take your paper like this so that they're all on top of each other, and you might remember this from a previous craft we did, but we're going to fold it in over just a little bit. And then, oops, I got some paint on my hand. Fold it over just one more time, like that. And then we'll take our scissors and we'll cut. Okay, so we have it like that, and actually technically we only need 2 of these because, yeah, so let's cut this one off. So you really only need 2. So fold it once and then you can cut, okay? So that way we have it like this. And what we're gonna do next is just cut this in half, like that, so that we have 1 copy here and 1 copy here, okay? And they should each have 3 pieces of paper. Again, if you're using construction paper or if you're using regular white paper, it doesn't matter. You can just color it in when you're done if you're just using white. Okay, so now we're just gonna cut out our fish shape here. You can see, I'm gonna do that. And up and around. You can use a pencil if you'd rather do that to kind of get the shape right. And I'm just going to add a little bit of a lip here for our fish, like this. And finish up that tail, just like that. So if you look, put that away for now, we will have, oh, they're all kind of stuck together. We will have 12 fish of all different colors. Okay, so that's all that. And then the next thing that we want to do is write all the names down on our fish. So we are going to get those out here. I think we have enough. Yeah, there, that's good. Okay, so if we remember them all, I'm going to try to remember them all here. I do have them written down. So we're going to write James, John, Peter, Andrew, we have Judas, and Jude or Thaddeus, depending on what you want to write. We have Bartholomew, and we have Matthew, who else do we have? James, John, Peter, Andrew, Judas, Jude, Bartholomew, Matthew. We have another James. We have Thomas, James, John, Judas, Andrew, Peter, Jude, Bartholomew. Let me just see who we're missing here. Simon. And, all right, we got them all. Philip. So we've got all of those written down, just like that. And now what we're gonna do is work on, we'll put those to the side just for now, and we'll work on our little fishing rod since we're still waiting for our paint to dry. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our brown piece of paper. Again, if it is just a white one, you can just paint it brown, or color it brown, however you like, with whatever you want to use. And we're just gonna cut, it doesn't need to be too big, and we're kind of just gonna make it narrow down a little bit at the end, just like that. So I'll just make mine about that big. Pretty good size. And I'm just gonna fix this up a little bit here. And once you have that, we'll take our string here. So again, I'm using just a little piece of like bracelet thread that you can use, or you could also just use dental floss if that's what you have. So I'm going to tie that up into a little bow, or knot rather, at the end of the stick. And then I'm going to double knot it just so it really stays on. It's hard when it's so tiny. All right. So we have our stick, we have all our fish, and then because mine is still wet, I'm going to take one that I already have ready. And we'll put that like that. So we have all of our stuff that we need now. We've got all of our disciples on the fish, and we have our fishing rod. So what we're going to do is take our glue, and we'll glue this part here at the bottom. Oops. Just like that. And then you can stick it somewhere near the top here. So I'm going to put mine just towards the edge, and I'm going to have mine sticking up a little bit at the edge. Hopefully that sticks. You got to push kind of hard to make it stay on. And then you can just glue all of your fish onto the paper. And you really can just place them wherever you want to. I put mine all facing the same direction, but you could have them turned around with different names on them, like that. So let's just do this. And once you like the layout of them too, then you can glue them in. And what I'm actually going to do, like I mentioned, I'm going to turn some of them over and then right on the back so that they're all facing different directions. Maybe Simon wants to go this way, like that, and James can go this way. There, just so that there's a couple different ones, and we'll do Peter going this way too. So just like that, so that they're all kind of swimming all over. Maybe I'll move these guys around here. There. All right, so once you have those all on, you can just glue them in place, and then you have a nice little reminder of all of the disciples with their names. And you can remember the passage, Matthew 4:19, where Jesus said, "Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." I hope you guys had fun making that craft and learning all the names of the disciples, and hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you next time.